Hello, welcome to another game of Once Upon a Galaxy. Today we are going to be playing Iron Monkey. No. Uh, Maybe one day I'll record an Iron Monkey video, but I want to have one good game of Iron Monkey before I do that. So I'm going to play Midas here. Don't have really any new cards for him yet, but I do have, if I can click on it, Ditto, as something that when turned golden clones one of your treasures twice and then improves, which is kind of a fun little thing to go with Midas that I wanted to try out. So, with that in mind, and the fact that Ditto goes up to secret rares, I'm leaning more into the Netherbinder Hephaestus kind of combo. And potentially get like in the perfect situation, like triple Trifork or something, and that seemed fun. So other than that, just kind of like Miseria early. For playing the Netherbinder Hephaestus, that kind of goes into Mecha Man Mordecon stuff as well. I basically don't ever play Netherbinder without Mecha Man. You can probably make a bit more of an argument for it in Midas because you can get the treasure by golding Netherbinder, but also gold Mecha Man's really good, and if I'm going to play Mecha Man, I might as well play the Mordecon kind of thing. I don't have quite a full collection. I don't know what I'm missing from like the first two sets in Midas anymore, but and then I kind of our other kind of top end is either gold Mysterio or gold Flopsy kind of stuff. I'm trying to try some things other than Wormscale Tinkerer. Pixie Dust being gone is definitely part of that. Also, it just kind of, my feeling of the game at the moment is that getting to Tinker is kind of hard. I'm not sure what I'm doing solves that problem, to be clear, because I'm not sure I figured out what to do in general yet in the Mythbound environment. But I am kind of feeling like Tinkerer is kind of hard to get to, and with Pixie Dust being gone, you don't even have a like way to play towards that, so you also need Pisces, and then you can maybe sometimes get there. But I wanted to play around like the one like interesting new card I had here, so built that kind of around that. Also, little fun thing, he's a toy, so he can be summoned by Mecha Man as a treasure hoard thing, which is fun. So let's get into it. Alright. I think I'm just going to take stats here. So Spider, we'll go ahead and take the Gold Spider here. I could take the Egg, but I think Gold Spider is more likely to... and Gold Ring. So, alright. Dino, turn 1, is probably looking for a Dragonling or something to start. Not terribly scary. Nothing should be scary to an 8/8 Itsy Bitsy Spider, I don't think, but... And then this is doing nothing special on turn 2, leaning towards villains, so might see like a Puck or something. This is just generic stuff. Turn 4 Nemesis could be playing lose, buff characters twice, and then they've got 2 turns to do stuff with. That could be scary. Vinakava is going to be looking for probably animal slot buff stuff. If they have the Almirage, I don't think there was a theme deck that released for Mythbound that had Almirage, so that's not even like a thing you can like pay gems for to get at this point. I think I checked that, but if they have an Almirage, then Vinakava could be scary. But otherwise, they're probably just going to be like trying to finagle some slot buffs out. Alright, here I think I'm just going to take the Slappy as the strongest fighter. And then... I don't know. I guess the Wind-Up Toy? Wind-Up Toy and Slappy is awkward, but it's stronger, and we're down a unit and it's stronger. If we put it in the back here, then like it will never, like if they get through the Slappy and the Itsy Bitsy Spider, it'll attack. I think actually rather this? No. I have no idea what the positioning here is. But this works. Yeah, it probably wasn't that. It was probably wind up toy here. Fowlich. Golden Fowlich isn't terrible. If you've got, you know, like a 2/2 buff is such a big difference than a 1/1 buff per animal. We'll go ahead and take the Navi here to set up a heart. Win that. I don't know if Baldur's health is working correctly in async. It kind of doesn't feel like it. It's turn 3, they're down 2 full hearts already. No, that feels like it can't be right. So, anyway, okay. Wind up toy is gonna go for the slap for the Miseria here, and then we can work on slot buffs here, and it's a little bit of extra stats on the Foul Lich, I guess. Start out with kind of the harder to get slots here. Maybe I should just put these, like, because then a Boonwell can complete it. I'm fine with that. This looks like a loss. They took lose. Yeah, lose buff. Okay, that's full heart damage is rough. So yeah, they did the lose buff character thing, which is, I mean, it's strong. I don't know that it's the best thing to do, but it's a very easy thing to do that is strong. Alright, so position Fox here. I'll take a fire breathing, and I want to put the slot buffs in the back here. I can take the fire breathing dragon and like just have it for next turn. Let's see if we can find like a combustible or something. Wow. Okay. Let's see what the Vena's doing. Doesn't look like much of anything. Looks like that Davy in their middle slot was the first slot buff they got, and it's turn 5. I'll take the Mecha Man here over the Baby Bear. And try and summon a ship shape or something. Then sure. Bounty contract. Scrolls. Let's try and get some stats on the Fox with the contract, I guess. Let's see if they've gotten any captains. They have not gotten any captains yet. We didn't hunt, unfortunately. Summoning the goodie bag there was good. I don't know that it made much of a difference, really, but okay, we managed to tie with the combustible dragon. So no captains yet. I didn't really see what their requests on their board or anything, but it'll be a while before we see them again, so whatever. This can go here, I guess. Warp drive for the Fox. Sure. Mockingbird. Ouch. That was a nice hit. That single-handedly prevents us from taking full heart damage here, I think. In fact, we win now. That was a nice summon. But note, they've got a Viscount in one. Fairy Dragon over a Lich. Maybe I should just get rid of this Fox at this point. The Fairy Dragon can buff it up a bit. A little bit. Do I take the treasure from Ship Shape or the Gold Mecha Man here? Gold Mecha Man can summon the Ship Shape. Gold Mecha Man is great. Let's do Gold Mecha Man. Heartseeker Bow is actually pretty good here. Do I have an Acorn? No. What is buffing the Mockingbird so much up here? 18. Oh, bounty contract. Heartseeker Bow. Right. Got it. In that case, I definitely just want to leave this up here so that its summon also has the stats. Sword of Valor with the Mecha Man and Fox both being heroes is pretty sweet. I even summoned a hero here. Okay, Gold Combustible is great. Energizer do much. It buffs their Contract, Prize, Heartseeker Bow, and Sword of Valor, yes. All of those things, yes. Take the Angelica here, I guess. I think I'd rather just the treasure. Leftover pieces with the Mecha Man and the Mockingbird is kind of fun. So is the Tiger's Paw. Let's go with the leftover pieces for the Mecha Man. And I'll go ahead and put it here. So it's more likely to summon two toys, since it always, well, oh well. It always summons toys, so it can get, each of its summons can also. Okay. This feels like the Hephaestus is here, but we want the Netherbinder first, right? It feels like we've got like a great setup for Netherbinder. The Gold Mecha Man. Mockingbird can go. Just bank that. Classic Netherbinder. Okay, Gold Fairy Dragon. Let's just take this treasure room, I think. Hero. Tavern. Okay, well, so much for that. Do I want to play this on board? I kind of feel like I don't need it yet, but we'll just we'll get the Dragon Jewel from the Golden Netherbinder if we want it. This is a choice. I think it's just small though. Viscount is now in 2. They've chubby bony, huh? Licorice 3 is a weird choice. I mean, I could trigger this Mordicon. Have to give up the Fox or the Fairy Dragon. I don't think a rare treasure is worth it for that. for this to do anything, I'd have to replace my full board. And I'm not terribly interested in replacing my full board. I'd rather have the Fox than take this, transform the Fox, and then have to get rid of everything else in order to get bronzes on board. So I think I'll just drink tea here and make sure we win. Yeah, I didn't even realize this is the last fight. Yeah, we got this. So. Alright, so that was just kind of a simple dragon game. We high rolled our golds pretty well. Don't know that there was really much to say about that. Got good units, got good treasures. Rolled the lobby, which wasn't terribly strong. Raven is a great pickup as a new thing. Raven, Midas, I feel, would definitely love to have a Raven. What else did we get here? Almirage and Beanstalk is great. Destiny is great in most things. So Almirage, Ditto, Destiny I could probably do something with. Blorg, you get Destiny, Chopples, Friendly Spirit, Raven, Wishing Fish. Wishing Fish is a card I haven't figured out how I feel about yet. Fox is good. But I haven't played Blorg in so long I don't even know what I have, so... Like, obviously I didn't have a full set of things getting these, so... Anyway. That was just a real simple one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.